I'm Sylvanians, and I make videos about Sylvanian families, also known as Calico critters. And today I'm going to open a few different sets and figures all the way from Japan. So here they all are, and these were prizes in a Kirakirakuji lottery back in 2023. So these lotteries have happened every August in Japan since 2021? Yeah, 5 so far. And they're held in Family Marts, which is a convenience store chain. Participants can buy tickets, which gets them an instant prize for whatever the theme is. And these lotteries are held across a lot of different brands, not just Sylvanian Families. But these particular items are from the 2023 Kuji lottery, and I've recorded a screen grab of the web page which came out at the time showing all of the items. The theme for this was Let's Play in the Secret Forest, as it coincided with the release of the Secret Forest Falls waterfall playset and a few items with that adventure theme. That red box of text just says the lottery is finished. And then each of the prizes are listed below this with images of the different options where there are some. And then right at the bottom, this is the last chance prize. So I only have a small selection of these items, but I think they're really cute and I'm excited to open them today. I'll just make a bit of space at the front here first. So I'm going to start with my one blind bag baby, who would have been the F prize. This is a little crawling deer and it comes with a treasure chest. So this is a buckley deer baby, and from the hearts in the ears we can tell that this is a girl. Now this makes it a little bit confusing because usually the crawling buckley deer babies are boys which have a sort of plain circle in their ear, and those babies are either called Matthew or Darren depending on if it's the UK or Japanese release. However, this is a little girl. I'm going to say it's Lily Buckley, who's usually the sitting baby, but she does wear pink, so maybe she's just changed pose. Anyway, this baby has the regular pink crawling nappy on that goes all the way around with a bit of lace, but she also has a teeny tiny little scarf. This is a bright blue with kind of mushrooms, flower print on, in fact a few different types of flowers, and it's just really cute. I love how there's a fake sort of tie part here and that it's pointed as well. Otherwise the baby seems to be the regular version with a head that just about twists and also a hole for those long gone dummies and bottles. She also comes with a treasure chest. This is a pale cream colour which has moulding all over, so there's some fake ivy on the top that is probably a little tricky to see, and then sort of rivets all the way around, and it comes in 2 pieces and can be opened like that. We've seen this treasure chest piece before in a few different sets and blind bags, but it's nice to have another one, and I love the little scarf that comes with the baby as well. I do really like the buckley deers, and it's a shame that they've been phased out in place of the willow deer family, so I think Lily will make a nice addition to my waterfall camping scene. The next prize up would have been the E prize. Now I already have 2 pieces from that prize, and they are these. I still have the box which shows that it is the E prize for this little blue sofa. I'm not quite sure where the pink one went for the box, but if I just show you the box, it says E on the front, and then this I think is the variety, so sofa, mushroom sofa blue or something like that, and then this is showing that it's the Kuji lottery. Got the Kuji lottery logo on the top, and it is from 2023. So a very simple box, but the mushroom and flower print is very cute on the side. So this is just a little sofa. It's just a plastic piece, I think made out of 2 pieces, but it's blue with white spots on top, and then a cream base which kind of looks like a mushroom stalk. Another option for the E-prize was this little pink flower bed. I think it came in another colour as well. And again, this is all moulded in the shape of a flower and with a white plastic cushion inside. This is also moulded to look like a kind of quilting part, I guess to make it comfier to sleep on. And it also came with this tiny little piece of fabric shaped like a leaf, which is to be used as a blanket. And that can just go in there and make it nice and cosy. Going up in order of prizes gets us to the letter D. This level had 4 different options for 4 different children in special outfits. I have just got 2 of them. I would especially like the reindeer daughter, but for now I just have Freya Chocolate and Shane Sandy. The packaging is just like all of the single figures, but with the forest design on the side and at the top. It has the D prize at the bottom, and those are different, so maybe that says their name on the front. Got some more details here. Again, the 2023, what the figure is made out of, and then the Kuji lottery logo at the top, and some more information on the bottom. And I expect that is the same other than the writing to say what figure this is. Slightly different on the back. So let's start with Freya. In fact, I'll cut Shane's tape as well. The card inside of the box has the same print as the blue mushroom sofa box with those cute little mushrooms and flowers. And Freya herself is wearing a beautiful dress. It looks like a dress over a white blouse, but I think it's all attached. Has a nice dark green bodice with a kind of dip at the front to make room for the bow on the front of the shirt. And I love the print on her skirt. It's a gorgeous red colour to match with Freya's iconic red polka dot dress, but with the change of the mushroom and flowers. And I think this is the same print that is on our little Buckley Dear Baby scarf. Other than that, she looks like the usual Freya with her little pom-pom tail. And yeah, it just does up with Velcro at the back. She does have a slight mark on the back of her head from where the flocking has been pressed against the box, but that's my fault for keeping her in there so long. Then on to Shane. He is on the same backing card and has another fancy outfit on. So this looks like it is 2 pieces. Oh no, the shorts are attached to the shirt again. Well, it looks like 2 separate pieces from the front, with a white shirt and beige collar with a little red button, and then a pair of green mushroom and flower print trousers and some yellow ribbon braces. Again, this is the same fabric, just on a different backing colour, and the mushrooms are a different colour as well, I think. Yeah. I really love this print. It is very sweet and fits perfectly with the theme, and I think works well in all of the different colours. So there's Velcro at the back, and yeah, everything's attached together. There's a little hole to make room for his tail, which is just one of the straight types. And just like Freya, he does have, sadly, a little bit of a mark on the back of his head. Nice little whiskers, all pointing straight out, and the classic stripes on the side and top of his head, like all of the sandy cats. So that is Shane and Freya, 2 of the D prizes from the Kuji lottery. And for once, I'm not mad about having another Freya. She was always going to be included in this lottery somehow, and I like that the red on her dress in this harkens back to her regular outfit. I also like having Shane now. I don't think I have him, just the older McCavity cats, and of course his outfit is adorable too. I don't have the C prize, which was a pair of babies dressed up in fairy costumes. I did see these when I was in Japan at a second-hand store, but if I remember correctly, they were quite expensive and I didn't want to pay that much. So let's move on to the B prize. This is another baby duo, but this one is a mushroom and leaf. So it's in the same style packaging as the children were, with the kind of forest and canopy at the top. And this says what the set is. Kuji Lottery logo here. More trees around the sides with some little butterflies and mushrooms. Then information on the back and on the bottom. And a similar tree, butterfly, mushroom design on the side. So I'll now open this one as well. The backing card is again the same design, just in yellow, and I am just repackaging the boxes off to the side because I think the design is lovely. So these are our 2 babies, a cat and a dog in their adorable outfits. This little one is Alfie Maple, the Scottish fold cat. He is dressed as a mushroom with a big headpiece and attached cape over a regular blue romper. This is quite a lightweight, thin fabric, but it still works. And I can just make him face the front a bit. So the head part is open at the back, I guess, to be able to get it on. And that is secured with some Velcro. Oh, no, it is separate. So this is the headpiece. It's just red with white spots all over. And this is what Alfie looks like without the hood on. So just like usual. The maple cats are a bit rougher in texture where the orange and brown has been painted on top. But this one actually isn't too bad. He has a little cape as well. This is white with the same illustrations going all the way around in a variety of colours, and that fastens with Velcro as well. There isn't the soft part on the back, it just kind of hooks onto the fabric itself, which I guess is good. It means that it can be tightened or loosened depending on the figure. And I like the little yellow ribbon at the front as well. He then just has the regular blue romper underneath. I think this is his standard outfit. I would have loved if that was a different colour, or maybe with a different fabric, just to make this a bit more special. But I like this hood piece. I'm going to put it back on him and line it up so his face is peeping out of the hole. The second baby is Nico Checkers, the French bulldog. I only have the newborn French Bulldogs, so this is my first time having Nico or any of the older figures. He is a regular standing baby and is in a big leaf costume. So this is a kind of felt material and shaped really nicely. It is kind of like a blanket? Maybe not. But it has a ribbon at the top of the stalk and then this dark green veining on the front and a little yellow ribbon just to make it into a outfit, I suppose. It has holes for his face and arms, and I think he should just be able to pop out. Let's see. Yeah, so here is Nico out of the costume. He is wearing a sort of navy blue romper, which is quite unusual. I think it's similar to the one that she wears in the family set, but has a little necktie in that, whereas this is just lace. The French Bulldogs are a really funny mould. They have a very flat face, like actual French Bulldogs do, and look kind of grumpy. Nico is a little girl, so like the others in the family, she has black markings on her face and a kind of cream body that goes all the way around with a kind of divot at the back, I suppose, and does look quite cute, I must admit. I'm not the biggest fan of bulldogs as an animal because they are bred for looks and often have breathing problems, but that doesn't matter in Sylvania. And Nico is a great addition to this set, and especially to my collection as I don't own her yet. So let's put the leaf costume back on. Make sure her hands and face are in the correct position. Oh, very sweet. And that is the B prize from the Kuji, the baby duo Mushroom and Leaf. They are a very sweet little pair and go well with the theme, with Alfie as a mushroom and having that same motif that we've seen across other figures in this set. And Nico as a leaf, I guess, perfectly fits into the nature theme, although maybe she's a little grumpy about it. I still think it would have been nice for the baby's rompers to be a slight variation, although maybe with Alfie the patterns would have been a bit clashing, and I suppose you can't really see Nico's romper anyway. I like the idea of using Nico in a forest scene as if she's trying to blend into the trees, and Alfie can match with his big sister who also wears a cape from this Countryside Friends duo. So let's bring back all the items I've opened today. And this is now my little collection of items from the 2023 Kuji lottery Let's Play in the Secret Forest. I didn't mention the A prize in this video. That is a recolour of a treehouse with the newborn husky triplets. That's not something I'm particularly interested in, and I much prefer the lower level prizes. I did also see this A prize in a second-hand shop while I was in Japan, but left that one too as it was a bit of a bigger box. And finally, the last chance prize is a one-off gift if you get the last ticket in the Kuji. In the 2023 Sylvanian one, that was this cardboard display box thing, which came with baby Luciana Marguerite, who I think is wearing a cute kind of scout outfit. I think this was called the Secret Forest Cottage Collection Box, and it can store 18 figures in. This is nice, and it reminds me of the cardboard calendar box, but as this was limited to one per store, it is kind of pricey on the second-hand market, and at the end of the day, it is just cardboard. Given this Kuji happened about 2.5 years ago, it is getting harder to find pieces from it, so I'm glad to have these ones at least. Getting some more of the blind bags and that reindeer sister would be amazing, but I like having these 5 figures and the sofa and bed as well. I would love if the Kuji lottery pieces were available outside of Japan, but I assume they're on some kind of deal with Family Mart that they only get released there, and we have to rely on resellers. I think I bought all of these pieces in various orders from Kobee Japan, which is my favourite place to buy Japanese items, and I think they sell things at reasonable prices. So let me know what you think of these items and the Kuji lottery. This one has definitely been my favourite of the lotteries, and I'm excited to see what will happen for this year's lottery in August. So thank you so much for watching this video and making it all the way to the end. If you like Sylvanian Families content, then subscribe to my channel as I post videos every week about everything Sylvanian, including hauls and unboxings like this, as well as all the latest news and setups.